Hi, I'm Deborah Maragopoulos, Intuitive Integrated Family Nurse Practitioner. I'm going to be doing a presentation today on it's not a hot flash, it's a power surge. 3 ways to cool your jets.
If you're ready to get on the path to optimal health, then make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification so you don't miss any of my future videos. Welcome back to the Hormone Healing Show.
So you know the thing where you try to dress in layers and you find that the polyester isn't working for you. So everyone else is freezing. You have to throw your polyester away. You wish you could take all of your clothes off so you can be in your underwear because you're so hot. You try spritzing yourself. You try drinking lots of cold water and nothing's working. So why is this happening? Why are you having hot flashes? Either you're perimenopausal, you're menopausal, or you're under stress. Hot flashes happen to men as well, not just women. And this is why. Your hormones start off at a high level when you're a young adult. And particularly estrogen is the main hormone that controls your thermostat, your internal thermometer that controls your temperature. So when it starts off high, you're fine. But as soon as it starts dipping and dropping in the perimenopause or during stress, your hypothalamus, which is a part in your brain that actually controls your temperatures, that's where the thermostat lies, becomes imbalanced. And then your temperature is completely out of balance. So while everyone else is cold, you're hot. Or it is a very hot day, especially in the summertime, you get really overheated. Or you start exercising and you overheat and you can't seem to get your core temperature down. As your hormones start dropping, it becomes more and more critical that your hypothalamus needs balancing because your temperature is going to keep getting out of control. Now, eventually your hypothalamus gets used to the fact that you're not making any more hormones, at least not making as much as you were, and will start to settle down, but that can take a very long time. Some women going through menopause will actually have hot flashes for up to 10 years. So we don't want that. So what do most women do? Well, sometimes they'll get some over-the-counter progesterone cream and apply it. They're sort of trying to figure it out. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Progesterone is not the main hormone that controls your thermometer, controls that thermostat. It really is estrogen, which requires a prescription for a transdermal cream. You could also take estrogen in the form of a pill. I don't recommend that because it's going to be going through your liver and increasing your risk for blood clots. You can put the pill as a sublingual underneath your tongue and avoid the liver, or you can wear an estrogen patch. You still need progesterone, both of the hormones, estrogen and progesterone, to balance each other out. Remember, estrogen is the fertilizer, grows everything. Progesterone's the gardener. It knows the difference between the weeds and the roses. So what else can you do? There are mainly 3 things that you need to do in order to try to get your thermostat reset. You really need to balance your hypothalamus. And the key for balancing the hypothalamus is what I've created in Genesis Gold. These sacred 7 amino acids in Genesis Gold is directly to balance your hypothalamus. And usually they work very well together. What I find is if I'm having any issues with hot flashes, then it's changing constantly. So in the summertime, when it's a lot warmer, you need a little bit more. So I'll either do 1 or 2 things. I will take an extra scoop of my Genesis Gold, okay, in order to control my hot flashes, or I will actually add a scoop of Sacred 7, which are just pure amino acids, maybe even a half a scoop, into my Genesis Gold, mix it up, and then that way I have a little better hot flash control. That's not going to last forever, but I may need more, especially if I'm under stress. So you either get prescription for hormones or you balance your hypothalamus with Genesis Gold. Now, if you're taking Genesis Gold and you need bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, it's going to work so much better with the Genesis Gold on board because it allows the hormones to get into the cells. Another way that you can help actually reset the hypothalamus in the terms of adding a little more estrogen naturally is royal jelly. Royal jelly is actually a natural form of estrogen, and using about a teaspoon once or twice a day can actually help raise that estrogenic level in you and help your hypothalamus. You can add that right along with the Genesis Gold. So balancing the hypothalamus is absolutely number 1 thing that you need to do in order to get your temperatures under control. The next thing is you need to reset your thermostat, okay? So you can do that, and you've been doing that. The spraying of the water, the cold, wet rags. In nursing, we used to swing the rags around to make them colder, and then where do you put them? You put them here, but you also put them behind your neck, okay? Actually putting that cold rag behind your neck, or in the best place, although this is not the easiest place to do when you're actually in the office or at work, is actually in your groin. If somebody has a really high fever, you get cold packs in their groin, around their neck, and literally get their entire head wet in order to get that temperature down. Now, one thing that you've probably been doing is drinking lots of cold water, okay? Putting cold water inside of you, ice water, is not going to bring your core temperature down. What you need to do is you need to get in a cold bath, okay? So you see this little duck floating around in the bath? That's perfectly fine, but that bath better be ice cold, ice water. And this little duck can't just float on the top. You need to submerge yourself, get your head wet, your whole body wet, completely wet in that ice cold water. Have you ever heard of the people in the Swedish countries, Norway, Finland, doing ice baths? There's a reason for that. It actually helps to control the hypothalamus. So complete submersion in ice cold water will make a huge difference in getting your body temperature reset. So balancing the hypothalamus with Genesis Gold, completely immersing yourself in cold water. Now, when do you do this? Honestly, after I exercise in the summertime, I completely immerse myself in cold water every single time. I happen to have a pool, so it's easy. If I don't have time to do that, I will get in a cold bath or take a cold shower. The key is wetting your head, which means your head's getting wet every single time, okay? So, but that makes a big difference. At least once or twice a day, doing that cold water submersion to reset your thermostat. So that is really key. You can't drink enough water, you can't spritz enough water on you, and you can't lay enough cold packs on you to get your temperature down. You've got to get your core temperature down by submerging yourself completely. Now, one of the aspects of the hypothalamus is that it is directly connected to the vagal nerve. The vagal nerve is literally from your brain all the way through your body, okay? Now, what the vagal nerve does is it controls a system in your body, a neurological system called the parasympathetic nervous system. That system calms everything down. Unfortunately, when you're under stress, when you're having issues with your hormones being out of balance, when you're late for an appointment, or anytime you're feeling stress, you wake up in the middle of the night and think, oh, did I turn the gas off? Did I pay that bill? All of those stressful feelings actually triggers the sympathetic nervous system. And then the hypothalamus kicks in, but that sympathetic nervous system gets triggered first, and that triggers your fight or flight mechanism, so you can run away from the danger. Now, in order to do that, you have to have a higher heart rate, so your heart's beating like crazy. You have to have a higher blood pressure, and your temperature, your metabolism rises, so your body temperature naturally rises. So in order to lower your body temperature to actually stop that sympathetic nervous system response, you have to turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. So there's actually was a study done on menopausal women who got up at night with hot flashes and night sweats, and they were losing sleep. And they were trying to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system doing a very simple exercise that was a contraction relaxation exercise. And they found if they did this exercise 3 times before they went to sleep, their level of hot flashes and night sweats went down dramatically. So since reading this study quite a few years ago, I've been teaching this to my patients. I actually do it myself if I wake up in the middle of the night and can't sleep, even if I'm not hot, because it actually will relax me enough to sleep. So what I would like you to do is learn how to trigger your parasympathetic nervous system. And I'm going to teach you that right now. So I want you to get really comfortable, either in a comfortable chair. If you could lay down, that would be even better. If you could kick off your shoes, that would be fantastic, okay? So get as comfortable as you possibly can, and I want you to be sitting, and if you're driving and listening or watching, stop the car, pull over to the side, and pay attention here, because I'm going to do a little meditation with you. I'm going to show you this relaxation and contraction exercises so you can turn on your parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? So if everyone's ready, just take a deep breath and relax. I want you to close your eyes. What I want you to do is follow my voice. You're going to do exactly what I tell you to do. Don't predict what I'm going to say. Just listen to my voice and do it in this order. Okay? You're in a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. I want you to contract your toes, curl your toes. I want you to contract your feet, tighten up your calf muscles, tighten up your thighs, tighten up your buttocks, tighten up your lower belly, tighten up your chest, tighten up your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your neck, your face, your eyes, so everything is really, really, really tight, and hold it. And now relax your toes, your feet, your calves, your thighs, your buttocks, your lower belly, your upper belly, your back, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your neck, your face, your eyes, and breathe. Okay? Let me take you through that one more time. The trick is you do it 3 times. By contracting, you stimulated your sympathetic nervous system. By conscious relaxation, you just turned on your parasympathetic nervous system. We're going to trigger it again. Listen to my voice. Contract your toes, your feet, your calves, your thighs, your buttocks, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Tighten your neck, tighten your face, squeeze your eyes tight, hold it. Now relax your toes, feet, calves, thighs, buttocks, belly, back, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, neck, face, eyes. Breathe. Nice and deep. You'll probably notice that that tension that you felt in your body is slowly dissipating. That is the parasympathetic nervous system saying, we're okay. You don't have to run away. You don't have to overheat. I want you to practice this 3 times every night before you go to sleep. If you wake up in the middle of the night with a night sweat, do it again. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you just can't sleep, do it again. You will fall back to sleep and relax. Do it again in the morning 3 times to set your parasympathetic nervous system. And just relax right before you get out of bed. And then get out of bed slowly. Don't hop out of bed. Don't rush. Don't stimulate your sympathetic nervous system. You're not running away from anything. Okay? This will help to trigger that parasympathetic nervous system, get the vagal nerve in response, and that'll feed back to the hypothalamus and tell it everything's okay. You don't have to turn up the heat. See, these hot flashes really are your power surges. It's a surge of energy and power for you to do something. Either run away from danger, or fight the danger, or stand up for someone you love, but it can be very uncomfortable. You need to learn how to harness that energy. Genesis Gold is going to help you harness that energy, but you may need some more help. Doing a complete cold bath immersion every day, especially after you exercise, also helps to harness that energy. Of course, don't stay under the water that long. And practicing the contraction and relaxation exercises to trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, will also help you to control those power surges and get your hot flashes under control.
If this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the like button so I know to make more videos like this. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one.